Now, today's video, I'd like to tell you about an anniversary that's coming up for this graduation of my school level. It's in 2011, so this will be the 10th anniversary of my graduation at the Belmonte Middle School. Despite having a beginning obsession with both heavy metal, new metal icons, Slipknot and Marilyn Manson, and having a virus on the day of the graduation. Let's not go into detail about my what I'm at. Let's talk about what happened at the ceremony and how I felt and how did I remembered that one more band with Marilyn Manson would be inevitable to listen to. So first of all, my dark messages of listening to different music, because at the time where I was not taking medications of what I'm taking now, it was really impaired. And it has been a year since I've been to a mental institution for the first time and getting some help. So after I get out from the mental institution and completing the 7th grade and getting the award for most improved student, I wanted to go to the king of the crop. I wanted to like the darker music that I would like to have for the rest of my life. So I decided to like Marilyn Manson and Slipknot. So correct me if I'm wrong, but if I do, I might do another video making a correction of things. So if I remembered, Marilyn Manson's album High in the Floor came out in the spring of 2009. That's the first ever Marilyn Manson album that I ever heard in my life. And despite all this, that's when the heaviness, that's when the slow, repetitive beats began. And then it exploded in late 2011 when he released plans of making yet another album, Born Feeling, for winter of 2012. So this is after I graduated middle school. So let's not go there, and I'll discuss more about that later. So when I went to the middle school, end of the school level activities, we've done several things. We went to the 8th grade dance at the Hilltop Dining Room, which, if you don't remember the Hilltop, which I said in different videos, it's the most popular steakhouse on Route 1 in Massachusetts. And what happened was, there was this hallway, there's a section of the restaurant where it's out back near the shop where they make the steaks and you can take them home. And there was like a stairway, and it takes you up to the room where they have weddings and baby showers and stuff. But it's for the 8th grade dance, and for me, I didn't enjoy it really much. Except I want to share something very personal with you. I had a girl crush. And again, 8th grade was the first of the many school years I had school girl crushes with many girls, I should say, many rivalries, but love to be with in the future. So like I said, this particular girl I won't mention, but I'm still friends with her on Facebook. But I remembered having this raffle thing. Who wants to do the slow dances at the recital, and I picked this blonde-haired girl who just get a. I'm not gonna mention her name, but I'm just gonna name Tiffany because her name TJ is like her initials. But she was my 8th grade crush at the time, and I'm gonna talk about my high school life later in this video. So, like I said, she was in my woodworking class, and she loved me. She loved me to as a friend, and she likes to do several things with during the school day and whatever we do, wherever we're in class or where we do for fun. But I'll tell you what happened. During the first slow dance of the evening, I was grabbing her side like this, and then we sway. And the only thing I can remember is when I closed my eyes, and I was liking it at the time because I was coming to be a mature, pre-adult, like a young adult middle schooler. But at the time I liked Marilyn Manson and Slipknot, so I just closed my eyes and then she kissed me, and I didn't realize it was going to be my first kiss. But there you go, that's my first kiss. But unfortunately, prom 2015, I didn't have a kiss because if you go to the prom, you have to do a lot of safety and shit. But that's fucking worth of cowards, so you have to deal with in life. Anyway, we went to this the next morning. We went to the we went to the Jordan's furniture amphitheater, and we were supposed to see the new Batman movie, and for some reason they had some difficulties with the projector, which means all the students went back onto the van, and we have to go back to the middle school and watch a movie instead, and then we later be dismissed. And then on the day of the graduation, I have a bad virus, so I went to the graduation. I almost didn't make it because there was a thing on when you graduate school. If you're gonna miss the graduation, you won't be getting your diploma or your certificate of excellence. High school, they're strict about that, but I'll talk about that in this video later. Like I said, I was at the cafeteria of the high school for the very first time in full. I remembered all the students lined up, talking to each other, and then there was this announcement saying we'll be going to the auditorium to select our seats, and then the music and then we went in, and I'll show you a video. I'll show you one part of the video when I walked in, and then when I get my diploma. But again, this is like 10 years ago. If I don't want to, I don't need to. But this is also when I had my anger problems and my mental issues that occurred later on in life. But nonetheless, it's just basically the mysteries of life. It's just graduating a school where it's easier graduating in three grades, but I have a tough maintaining being a 6th and 7th grader because in the 6th grade I have to go to one class and stay the rest of the day in that classroom. And then 7th grade was vicious. I had a vicious 7th grade of my career of middle school. A vicious, vile career in the 7th grade. So, I'll talk about that. But 8th grade was completed. Then over the summer of 2011, I thought about saying if I randomly, and this is like if I do my walks where I was little and no one to cross the street, and if I'm not mentally challenged from anybody, But this is where I started to like Slipknot, and that performance I'm gonna mention, Knapworth Festival in London. Um, that was the very first Slipknot concert I ever attend to watch on live stream, because it's their memorial tour in respect to the late Paul Gray, and this is like a special concert I ever watched. And then there was this one more concert in 2011 I watched. It's the Walk in Rio performance, and that performance is a lot better than the Walk in Ring, because the quality to the video to the Knapworth is crappy, and it's not even the good quality. It's from a webcam from a user that I won't mention its name, but so yeah, and then middle school and then high school came along, and everybody welcomed the freshmen, and everything was peaceful. But I won't be talking about my bad side of my freshman year. But I do have another high school crush. Unfortunately, I'm friends with her, but she deleted her Facebook account, which I'm still disappointed on. So, yeah. Throughout my high school career, I learned a lot of lessons in life, and a crappy and a shitty teacher I had in freshman year. But later was teaching other students, and I was like tentatively saying hi, and that's it. I would just have post one word answers to the teacher, and that was it. I was acting nice for 1 second, and then wanted to call her something after I talked to her. As a result, so I don't want to talk about specifically in the freshman, but sophomore year. Sophomore year is when everybody is falling apart when they graduate. My high school crush was leaving me, but she was a special friend that I've been with over the past 2 years of my school year, and the past year and a half that she knew me from her school year, and all for 4 years in her high school career. But and then junior, I'm not going to talk more about sophomore year, because again, my Slipknot and Marilyn Manson obsession had a preview of the future. So, like I said, I had a new teacher. Her name is Lindsay, and she's now married, but and has a child. But I want to mention her last name because it's private. But she wants to think that I'm her boyfriend, because she's like 26 or 30 years old, and she wants a 16-year-old kid wanted to be someone's pervert or some type. But that's why I'm not going to mention that in the video. But junior year, I had a preview of my future where I became so recognized in Saugus. But junior year, my brother and I were saying our final goodbyes as students in the high school. Then Joey went to the Salem State University for business, and yeah, but I have some really good friends that from basically when I graduate, when seniors of 2013 and 14, but they were good people. But the sad part to all this is that those two classes were like the best classes I ever met in my life. I don't care how stupid their behaviors are. I don't care how tough they are. I don't care how nice they are. I don't care how lovely they are. They're still my friends. But then, I'm going to talk about my summer of 2014. Of course, I have a job, which in January of 2017, it got terminated. But anyway, the preview to Slipknot's new record, I Again, did a preview on my history, United States history, world history, United States history class about. We were given a project at the beginning of each week to do current events, and we have to pick an article from a website and to give extra credits for our finals, for our score and in our project. And I choose an article from LawWire.com saying Slipknot is teasing a new album, which is later to be initialed as .5 The Great Chapter. And people got me to think that I listen to crazy music. Get me this if I want. I'm not listening to crazy music. It's just how I feel at the point, because at the same time, my high school crush was going to leave me. I don't know if I'm going to be have a direct exposure from the high school, because I might break down one day, or I might have a bad have really bad emotional panic attacks and breakdowns, and every friend I have takes me to the principal's office and say that my friend is suffering a bad emotional breakdown. He needs to be taken to the hospital. I still to this day listen to those two bands, and then the other four bands is because I think it's necessary that I mean still to this day I can't believe people when they fucking tell me that I'm different, and I'm not. I mean, this is how I feel with my life. The ways of people, like, how did they discriminate? And this is why discrimination against Gothic people and people who like heavy metal music, who never mind being autistic, has to stop. I mean, it sucks. I mean, especially when you recovered from a bad mental breakdown the first time, and then two more times within 2.5 years. You have to have somebody in your life, no matter if you're in school, college, I mean, never mind college, but school life, or when you're at the institution, you still have to have a friend there to help you. And I'm just still heartbroken that I keep getting negative attractions and reactions to why I'm happy, but I'm still desperate to wanting to get on my feet and get back on top of making money, so I can get these many shirts, so I can wear them as many times as I want in my videos, and whenever I go in public, whenever this fucking pandemic is going to be over. But it's getting there. It's getting to recover, but there's a lot of idiots that like to make a lot of money saying that the pandemic is worth 1 million pictures or 1 million words. But anyway, I was crying earlier because I was having a really bad emotion. I was having an emotional thought. But like I said, there was a lot of people saying that why is he wearing all black? Just exclusively for the first time on YouTube. The reason I wear all black clothing and wear Marilyn Manson and Slipknot shirts and any heavy metal shirts is because I've been doing this since junior year. My special friend had left me in middle school. We still keep in touch, but she left me. She not only left me, but she deleted her account, saying that Facebook is useless. It's not because of that. It's probably because, obviously, even though I'm sick of this, even though I'm still sick of society, but I need to say, I need to think to myself where if Marilyn Manson and Slipknot were not around anymore, I just really thought to myself, and this is the reason I wanted to be this way, is because I would like someone to be there for me and have the same reputation and the same music that I listen to, so that I can have a bigger range of music, so I don't have to be judged every day. I've been doing this since junior year. It's just emotional for me. I mean, I cannot and will not be discriminated or be judged over me wearing black and being bullied at. But I'm still gonna go out for a walk today. But it's just how it is. All right. If all you cocksuckers don't like it, then can go fuck yourself. So anyway, in the summer of 2014, Slipknot had released their new music, which means in the fall of 2014, Slipknot released their album Great Point 5, The Great Chapter, and they just blew me away. I also seen both of the 2 nights of the Knotfest 2-night program. Those were my top 3 greatest Knotfest performances. My top favorite I should say my first place was both nights, and my second favorite is not first ever Knotfest in 2012. But again, singing year was perfect. I mean, I felt like a better person, and I felt like when I get accepted with people, then I would realize it's just who I am, and I don't want to fight and use words instead of fight. Use a clenched fist and a elevated legs to kick. All I wanted to do was talk and say, why would you discriminate me? Why would you make obsessions when I have to tell the whole world that I'm different, because I like to listen to dark, heavy, aggressive, violent music. It's none of your business. I'm afraid not, and I'm afraid to talk to you guys about it. Maybe someday, if I want to, I could. But so, graduation came. I met my first Marilyn Manson shirt, and out of respect of graduating, I wear it underneath a shirt and my cap and gown, and this was like the last time I meet everybody. Until recently, when I did my Facebook account. My Facebook account was put up twice, because the first account was back down because of a scammer. And yeah, so this is where I am right now, and I'd like to apologize if I got emotional. I just think that still to this day, nobody would like to talk about their feelings because of private proportions. And because of it, I'm not going to talk about my 2 stints at McGlynn, because that'll be in another video. If I want the opportunity and I feel comfortable and ready, I can just tell you. But that's what I'm going to tell for right now about part 1 of my history of being a young adult. And I'm sorry if I got a little emotional, but I have a lot of pain, and I like to share one more thing. I also like listening to country music because it helps me feel mellow, and it helps me feel like no matter what pain or whatever shape of the pain you have to, a sharp fork in the world where you have to break down, there's always a rainbow at the end full of beautiful country music, and I still believe in that. So this is the conclusion of part 1 of my humble beginnings of my life, and in honor of me getting back on my feet and work with the public again for another job. So I'll talk about my two terminations in the if I feel comfortable in the other video. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope my pain as I share with you on YouTube can hopefully send some likes and leave in the comments on how your pain was really meant for you when it just leave in the comments if you have the same pain where you're listening to metal music and you have thoughts of people doing just bad things such as discriminating or judge you on who you are and like to pick on you, for instance. But that's it for the video. I'd like to apologize if I got emotional with me making me cry and stopping the video because I was embarrassed to continue. But I think I feel a lot better. But the reason I wear black and listen to metal music is because it's my reputation, and music is a good way to get your stress out and hopefully make you apologize and afterwards. But that's how it is. So if you feel like you have that feeling, it's no big deal. Everyone has that same desire. So like once again, leave in the comments on how you would get if you are like a punk rock person or a gothic person or a metalhead. Tell me about your stories about how you were picked on, discriminate, bullied, or judged by. Alright. So that's it for the video, and I'm sorry if I made anyone tear up, but yeah. Alright. That's the end of the video. Long live metal and stay sick. Vlog you later.